Richard Branson is a British entrepreneur, investor, and business magnate known for founding the Virgin Group, a multinational conglomerate that has ventures in various industries, including music, telecommunications, travel, and leisure. Today we will discuss about the story of his life. Richard Charles Nicholas Branson was born on July 18, 1950, in Blackheath, London, England. As a child, Richard struggled with dyslexia, which affected his concentration and ability to study like other children. He often got into trouble for his inability to read and memorize formulas like other students. He was, however, a skilled sportsman who would often captain his teams. Unfortunately, he succumbed to an injury which dashed his promising sports career. At the age of 11, Richard and his childhood friend, Nick Powell, established their first business. They decided to breed budgerigars and sell them to the local children. Richard's father set up an aviary for the boys, and by the time they resumed school, Richard and Nick had made a few coins. Later on, his mother was forced to release the birds after they went back to boarding school. Richard did not give up, and during the Easter holidays, he and Nick decided to go at it once more. This time, they planted 400 seeds and planned to sell them during the Christmas holidays as Christmas trees. The idea was to sell every tree for £2 and make £800. Unfortunately, rabbits ate the seedlings, and even after successfully hunting down several rabbits and selling them to the butchers, Richard and Nick could not regain what they had lost. At the age of 16, Richard Branson started one of his most successful businesses. He started a magazine called The Student. The magazine was a voice for Richard and other students against compulsory church attendance, bullying, and cadet matching. As stated earlier, Richard was never built for school, and shortly afterward, he dropped his science and Latin classes to focus on the Student magazine. Richard focused on The Student and sent out letters to advertisers willing to commit to the magazine. His efforts paid off, and eventually, he received £250 and a hard copy of The Student. By this time, Richard had dropped all but one of his classes, ancient history. After cheating on his last test, the principal wrote to Richard telling him that he would either go to prison or become a millionaire. I guess we all know what happened. The magazine grew and interviewed several prominent people, among them being Peter Blake, the designer for the Beatles' Sgt. Pepper album cover, Mick Jagger, and John Lennon. The Lennon interview was a huge success for The Student, which grew in fame, but not financially. Before we continue the story, please don't forget to like, share and subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to turn on the notification bell to be updated in our every uploads. In 1970, no one was interested in acquiring the magazine, and it died quietly. The Virgin mail order was born when Richard decided to sell cheap mail-order records through Student. Unfortunately, in January 1971, the post office workers went on strike, which paralyzed Virgin mail order. Richard and Nick decided to set up a physical shop on Oxford Street. Richard never ran out of ideas, and after setting up shop, he thought of setting up a record studio for rock and roll bands. It was at this moment the Manor Studio was born. Manor Studios was the first of its kind, located outside popular cities and accepting different artists. Initially, he had no plans to venture into the record business until Mike Oldfield showed him a demo of his music, and Richard was instantly hooked, and thus, Virgin Records was born. 1971 was a turbulent year for Virgin mail order. The business was operating from a warehouse and was still providing discounts on records. Deliveries were becoming troublesome, with some customers pretending not to have received previous records to receive more. The spring of 1971 was hectic for Mr. Branson. In 1972, the first record shop was a success, leading to the establishment of Virgin Records. Virgin mail order was £15,000 in debt. He never paid purchase tax for the records, and on his way to Belgium, the French authorities stopped him, and due to lack of certain documentation, Richard was forced back to England. He came up with a criminal plan to sell the records by mail or at the Virgin shop to make money and pay off his debt. Unfortunately for him, the authorities were aware of his activities. His mother was forced to remortgage the house to settle the debt. Richard Branson did not stop with Virgin Records. Virgin Records grew to become a giant in the recording industry. He expanded into other industries and created the Virgin Empire. By 1983, Virgin Group was operating more than 50 companies from filmmaking to air conditioning and making an estimated $17 million in sales. His interest in the airline industry started after a trip to Puerto Rico where several trips got cancelled, leaving hundreds of passengers stranded. The surprising success of the trip inspired Richard and his colleague to start a transatlantic airline company. He launched Virgin Atlantic, which became successful because it provided good customer service and exceptional features such as hydrotherapy baths, in-flight messages, backseat video screens in every class, and free ice cream during movies. Branson is known for his adventurous spirit and publicity stunts, such as attempting to circumnavigate the globe in a hot air balloon and breaking world records in various extreme sports. Virgin Atlantic Airways was founded in 1984 and has since become a major player in the airline industry, challenging established carriers with its innovative approach to customer service. In addition to Virgin Atlantic, Branson has been involved in other transportation ventures, including Virgin Trains and Virgin Galactic, a space tourism company. In 2017, Branson gave up leadership over Virgin Atlantic after 33 years of control. The airline is still successful, and Richard led the Virgin Group towards branded venture capital. The idea is to launch a massive amount of companies with the Virgin brand, with minimal investment. Richard now owns or holds interest in more than 400 companies in 30 different countries. Richard Branson has also proven that he is no ordinary billionaire. Richard Branson is involved in various philanthropic activities. He has supported causes related to environmental issues, healthcare, and social justice. He's famous for crossing the Atlantic and Pacific Ocean in a hot air balloon, starting his own reality show, and generally being a nice and fun-loving person. His ability to reinvent himself and continue pushing despite all the challenges he faced in his business and life is worth revering. Branson has been married twice and has 2 children. He is known for his charismatic and approachable personality, often appearing in public with a smile and a sense of humor. Richard Branson's life and career exemplify a bold and adventurous approach to business, characterized